Wagatha Christie, one of the biggest scandals of 2002 was when we saw two footballing wags, the wives of Jamie Vardy and Wayne Rooney, Coleen Rooney and Rebekah Vardy respectively, going head to head over leaked information to the press. Of course, after a very long, drawn-out process, there was a whole documentary about it. I highly recommend you go and check it out. It's amazing. Where Coleen Rooney, wife of Wayne Rooney, found out that Rebekah Vardy was leaking private information through her Instagram across to the media. And then when she was able to prove it, Rebekah Vardy was like, oh, hell no, this isn't me. And then they went over to a legal battle. It was absolutely huge. Obviously, Coleen Rooney ended up winning. But we might be seeing part 2 on the cards. But before we get into part 2, here's a brief rundown in case you missed Wagatha Christie part 1 explained.
It all started with a social media post back in October 2019, which quickly went viral. Coleen Rooney revealed her sting operation to smoke out someone she said was responsible for leaking false stories about her private life.
It's so good. It's so good.
Things including a visit to a gender selection clinic in Mexico and a flooded basement in her new mansion. She said she planted these fake stories on her personal Instagram account and altered the privacy settings to make them visible to just her one suspect, Rebekah Vardy. So when they ended up headlining in The Sun, she could pin down the leak. Vardy strenuously denied the accusations and responded with her own lengthy post saying Coleen Rooney should have called her. The internet quickly christened Rooney Wagatha Christie in a nod to the world-famous British crime novelist Agatha Christie. So Rebekah Vardy decided to sue Coleen Rooney for libel, saying she suffered very serious harm to her reputation following the allegation that she was the leak.
I mean,
Rooney
this was so weird because obviously, like, the proof was in the pudding. Like, literally, Coleen Rooney had all the proof that she was the only person that saw that story. Like, it's just crazy.
On the basis of truth, and said that it was in the public interest. The private lives of many connected to the pair were dragged into proceedings, including Vardy's previous relationship with Peter Andre, detailed in court.
I had said this about her anatomy, or a man said something about a woman's anatomy, there would be outrage.
Wayne Rooney gave evidence, admitting he knew nothing about the so-called sting or leaks until he read his wife's Instagram post, just like the rest of us. The court
Wayne is so out of the loop, man. It's amazing. She even kept Wayne out of the loop. I love it.
heard about an alleged awkward conversation at Euro 2016 between Rooney and Vardy's husbands, ex-England star Wayne Rooney and Leicester City striker Jamie Vardy, where Wayne said he'd been asked by the then England manager to ask his teammate's wife to calm down. Vardy's agent, Caroline Watt, who was named in court as being a potential source of some of the leaks, was not at the hearing. Highlighting her absence, Rooney's lawyer said holding the trial without Ms. Watt was like Hamlet without the Prince of Denmark. There were also a series of unfortunate incidents, including a broken laptop, forgotten passwords and lost data when a mobile phone belonging to Ms. Watt fell overboard, ending up at the bottom of the North Sea.
Imagine
This
that.
led Rooney's team to accuse Vardy of a deliberate and calculated campaign to destroy evidence, something Vardy's team denied. Damages aside, an eye-watering amount of money has been spent on legal fees by both sides, estimated to run into millions. It's money that even Coleen Rooney admitted in her witness statement could have been better spent elsewhere.
Man, it was so good. It was so good. Netflix got their hands on this. I think it was Netflix and made a full documentary out of it. It was absolutely fantastic. But Rebekah Vardy feels like she did not have a fair trial. And she is now seeking £1.8 million in libel costs again. And she's just going to continue suing Coleen Rooney until she gets a fair trial. which is absolutely batshit crazy. So here's the recent update about the whole situation.
Rebekah Vardy is said to have been left furious after she was hit with a £1.8 million legal bill from Coleen Rooney, it has been claimed. The wife of football star Jamie Vardy was ordered to pay 90% of Coleen's legal bills after she lost her libel trial at the High Court last year. At the time, the sum was assessed to be around £500,000, but Rebekah has now claimed it has skyrocketed by more than 300%. Rebekah was said to have been fuming when she was hit with the bill, which reportedly includes a £2,000 stay for one of Coleen's lawyers at a 5-star hotel. Rebekah is believed to have hired a legal team to work out a breakdown of the costs. She is prepared to pay what she rightfully owes, but has now launched a war over the additional costs. Becky was furious after seeing Coleen's bill and hired a legal team to push back. To her, it's a war, a source told The Sun. As well as paying 90% of Coleen's fees, Rebekah will also have to pay her own legal bill, which was put at £2,017,860, plus at least £200,000 of additional trial costs, according to reports last year.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're on a footballer's wage. A £2.2 million legal bill, that's going to sting anybody's pocket. Ouch! So yeah, like it was just mentioned within that video, Coleen Rooney is... Becky Vardy is now going against Coleen Rooney back into court over the ludicrous £1.8 million legal bill, including her lawyer's £2,000 hotel stay overnight. It's pretty funny. You can't lie, it is kind of funny. But they include £2,000 for one of Coleen's lawyers to stay at a 5-star London hotel with a £225 food and mini bar tab. Raging Rebekah has vowed to continue her fight with Coleen after accusing her rival's lawyer of trying to pick her pockets. Their latest court showdown comes today, almost exactly 5 years since Coleen sparked the epic Wagatha Christie ding-dong by accusing her former friend of leaking stories about her. Becky was ordered to pay 90% of Coleen's legal costs after unsuccessfully suing her for libel. But she is now contesting the £1.8 million bill, which she claims has been unfairly inflated by the wife of the ex-England star Wayne Rooney. It includes £2,000 for her lawyer to stay at a 5-star hotel, £225 on food and drinks tab. And a source said, as far as Becky is concerned, they have been trying to pick her pockets because they think they can get away with it. They underestimate their costs and overbilling her. Becky won't stand for it. She will keep fighting in court until she feels there is a fair outcome. The final libel bill is more than 3 times higher than the £540,000, which mum of 5 Becky, 42, had originally budgeted. Imagine just budgeting casually for over £500,000 in legal fees. Yeah, Jamie, can you do an extra couple of shifts on the training pitch because we've got a hefty bill to cover? Yeah, how much? £500,000. Oh, Jamie's all right with that. That's 5 weeks' wages for him. We'll just budget that one onto the side. It's crazy. The preliminary hearing is set to begin today at the High Court, where Becky will outline her skeleton argument. Her legal team argue that many of Coleen's claims are extraordinary and contain errors. They believe that there are at least £120,000 worth of costs that should have been charged to her, which were outside of the time frame for which she should have to pay. The lawyers are also disputing that the claim is unexplained 6-figure difference between expected litigation costs and the final figure. They include allegedly inflated hourly rates from law firms, Stewart, London, and Brabner's in Liverpool. Becky's legal team have also questioned how lawyers spent so much time on the case described as straightforward. The row started on October 9th. We all know about what went on, but, so there you go. So we've got some other stuff as well talking about what's going to be moving forwards in this article clip right here.
That Rebekah Vardy was the person in a text exchange where Annie Kilner said she wanted Lauren Goodman dead. Yeah, it seems like it's Wagatha Christie 2.0. Now, Kyle Walker's wife, Annie Kilner, and Rebekah Vardy's leaked messages show her lashing out about her husband's affair partner, Lauren Goodman. Now, a source within the WAG circle has told Mirror that the messages were from a time when Rebekah and Annie trusted each other, and that Rebekah was also extremely critical of Lauren. They also added that the private conversation was not malicious and meant no harm, and that she never intended for anyone to see those messages, as she was simply venting to a friend.
Yeah, she's going again, but this time for Jamie Vardy's wife. Very interesting stuff. What do you guys think of this whole situation? Are we looking at Wagatha Christie 2.0? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll spook you later. Peace.